Hey crafters, it's your girl again with another video. Today I will be giving you guys an updated way that I make my tutus, and of course, yes, you heard it, an updated version on how I make my tutus. So if that is something that you're interested in, keep on watching because it's gonna be a long video. I'm sorry about that because I don't have no control over it, because if I want to do a step-by-step beginner friendly for y'all, it gotta be long for you guys to get everything. But I know I have a lot of videos on my channel on the step-by-step beginner friendly, but this is my updated version in order for you to be able to make a lot of tutus in a time frame. Because why I had to change things up for myself is because right now I'm getting a lot of sales. Like last week I shipped out over 50 tutus. Yes, I'm not kidding. I shipped out 50 freaking tutus because I checked my orders and I'm like, I got 50, literally 50 open orders, and your girl was freaking out. So if I don't have this updated version on how to make tutu, then hunty, I don't think I'll be able to keep up. But another good thing is my mom has been helping me out, so that's another good thing. But I had to teach her the updated version on how to make tutu, so that helps to go faster. So if you guys are interested in knowing how to make your tutu so you can do it in 30 minutes or in an hour, keep on watching because I'm gonna help you on that. So let's get into this video.
The video, as you can see, obviously I am in my basement. I am about to cut some tutu, so I am going to be making the frozen tutu, and I'm going to have you guys watch me make it. And I love that tutu. So what has not changed is the yards, the amount of yards that I usually use. I always go for 10 yards, and I know I thought I was introducing 12 yards for bigger babies, but sorry guys, my kids are upstairs and playing, and of course you guys can hear them. So I used to go for I used to say go for 12 yards if you have kids 4 and older, but I have been using 10 yards. That if you're doing for your kid, you can do that, get as much yards as you want. But if you're doing it for business, you want to be business, you want to be strictly business, so I'll say go for 10 yards. It don't matter, and it's still fluffy. So when I do it, you guys will see. So now thank God I have a table that I always use, unlike before that I use the floor. So the floor is not an easy place to do it, I'll tell you that. You guys that have done it, you understand what I'm saying. Doing it on the floor is no joke. My back, my knee, my everything, my waist hurting. But now I have a table that I use. It makes life easier. And this table mat here is the bomb. You want to make sure you get it. Don't get it from Hobby Lobby. It's expensive at Hobby Lobby. You want to get it at Walmart. So Walmart is always affordable, and it's the same mat. It's not something different. So what I do when I fold it, that's my 1 yard. I go from this part to this part 1 yard. So I go like this, and from here to here is half yard. So what I do, I just count it as this that I folded is already 1 yard, so I count this as 1.5, and I pull this forward or backwards and go like this, and I make sure that the two ends are meeting. The two ends are like, everything is aligned. So I'm gonna fold this over, and this is gonna be 2 yards. So you guys understand what I'm doing right now? So this is gonna be 2 yards. Let me move this backwards so you guys can really see. There we go. Now you guys can really see. So this is 2 yards. So I'm gonna pull this all the way to the end, to this end, the beginning of the mat, and I'm going to go ahead and remember I got my 2 yards. So my table is not as big as I would like it to, but it's working. So I got 2 yards, you guys seen that? So from here, this is half of the mat. From here to here will give me a half. So I just go and say 2.5, and I make sure I arrange it. So I got 2.5. I'm gonna pull this up here again and go like this, and I'm gonna make sure it's aligned on the 2 ends, and I'm gonna say this is 3 yards. So I'm just gonna keep on going until I get to 10 yards. So you guys understand what I'm trying to do here. So again, this is gonna be 3.5 yards. So make sure everything is aligning. 3.5 yards, and 4 yards. Make sure everything is aligning. So that's what I'm gonna keep on doing until I'm done with this. So I'm just gonna speed this through so you guys don't have to painfully watch me do this. This part here is my 10 yard, so all the way here. So if you, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it here. So now I got my 10 yards. Never a straight line cut. Alright. So now I'm gonna verify the age of the baby to know how long I want it to be. For the most part, I always go for, if it's a baby 0 to 2 years old, I go for 13 inches now. And from 3 years old to 5 years old, let's say 3 years old to 4 years old, I'll go for 15 or 16 inches long, and anything upper than that is like 18 inches, 20 inches long. So I'm gonna go ahead and see. I have here the packing slip, because I was pressing a lot of shirts, so I happen to have the packing slip here with me. So I am gonna check what size the baby is. So the baby is 3 years old. So for 3 years old, I am going to go for, I always go for 13 inches from 0 to 2 years old, like I told you guys. So from 3 years old, I'm gonna add 2 inches long, which is going to be 15 inches. My kids are so loud upstairs. You guys can hear them slamming things. So this one is ready for me. And the good part is this one here, I can use it for a newborn or a pre. So I just like to use elastic band to hold it. So here I have 11 inches left, so I can use this for a socks, or I can use it for a pre. And I can actually use this for a 1 year old. You know what? Because I can make the ribbon, I can put the ribbon by the edge of the tool when I'm sewing it, so that ribbon can take the space for me, because the ribbon I always use is 2 inches, so that 2 inches plus 11 can give me 13, so, or close to 13, and that would. So that's something that you don't have to break your head over. It just you know, the decision is on you. Nobody makes that decision for you. And I've not heard anyone that complained to me that their tutu is little. They always tell me, yeah, fits perfectly, blah blah blah, you know, all of that good stuff. So all right, so now let's head upstairs so we can go sew this up. All right, welcome back. This is the next day. Your girl was so tired that day. I had a lot to do, but anyways, so we are back on track. So I have my tool that I'm gonna be using, which is the 15 inches that we cut. Remember that? And now all we need to do is to fold this into 2 equal halves. Nothing has changed on that part. It's still the same thing. You just gotta fold it. Remember, we have already folded 2. For those of you don't know, remember, you can see I opened it up so you can see that it was already folded. And now you fold yours because it can't fold it. You got me? So for those of you that have been following me, that have been watching my videos, you already know that the tool always come folded, so you will fold it yourself. A second one. So for the most part, you should have 4 pieces in your hand. The other part is gonna be the folded part from the store, and you're gonna have 2 loose part on your end, which is gonna be 4 in total. I count that as 4. So now all I'm gonna do is to start sewing. So when you sew, don't you forget to use your backward stitch, which is what I'm doing right now. Make sure you always use your backward stitch just to lock it. For those of you that are not used to sewing machine, backward stitch helps to lock your stitches so that they don't unravel. So all you do right now is just to keep on sewing until you're done with the 10 yards. And you know, of course, 10 yards is going to take a minute. And the sewing machine that I was using before this, that sewing machine actually have a speed, so I usually go very fast with that sewing machine. And of course, I miss that sewing machine. I was having issues with it, so I had to take it back. But I plan on going to buy it again because it helps me go faster than this regular sewing machine. So I am gonna be doing a unboxing of that sewing machine, and I'm gonna tell you guys all the benefits or all the pros and cons of the sewing machine. But anyways, so just keep on sewing your channel. This step is what I call the channel. You're sewing, creating your channel. That is exactly where the band is gonna be in. So with this part, when you're done with this part, then we're gonna go on the next step. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward this so you guys don't painfully watch this step. So let's get it rolling. So guys, I am done with this step. So my next step is going to be putting the ribbons. So these are the ribbons that I'm using today, and I love this ribbon here. It is so pretty. When I'm done, you guys are gonna see it. And for this, because of the glitter, I always go for white or light gray for the glitter. So I am just gonna go for gray because I don't have a lot of whites, so I don't want to use the whites that I have for this project when I have an option. So you always want to go by the color of your ribbon when making this. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my bobbin thread. Oopsie. Alright, so this is a part that I want to show you guys that has changed with me doing this. So with this part, it's gonna help you go faster. Remember when I usually say pretty place facing down with all my videos?
from the title of this video, you guys already know this is an updated version of how I make my tutus. And this I am gonna go ahead and place this. I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, glitter always mess my machine up. And this is a machine my mom usually uses. It never gives her no problems, so maybe I should switch to my machine, because she's gonna freak out if I mess her machine up. All right, let me switch this machine up. So I'm gonna do that, come back and show you guys my next step. All right, I got my machine, and I always use brother machine. But one thing about glitter always mess my machine up. Like my first and second machine, it did mess it up. So third machine, so I think I'm just gonna be using just this machine for glitter. I don't want to mess my any other machine up. So, but anyways, the new difference, or the changes from this here. Does this work? No. Let me get a lighter. All right. Lighter is gonna be your best friend. Why is my lighter messing me up today? Oh, thank God. It's a lot of lights. I like to put my ribbon in this here, because that helps me to keep it organized. So what has changed from the videos that you guys have been watching is that when placing your ribbon, you know, when I usually say pretty place facing down. So if it was the previous time, I would do this part here, this is the dull place, this is a pretty place, I will face it down and sew. But now it's like when you have a lot of orders, you gotta figure out a way to go fast. So what I do, I just place this here onto it, and so there's no pretty place facing down anymore. So that's if you have more than one ribbon. But if it's just one ribbon, you just go ahead and sew, no pretty place facing down anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this here, and you see where it is placed on this side and not on this side, on this side. So you guys already know from all my videos that's where I place it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and sew. I'm gonna lock it up. So you want to make sure when you're sewing it, you are making sure that this two part here is aligned. Let me show you. The two ribbon is aligned on each other, hugging on each other real good. I'm gonna go ahead and sew it. No. Yeah, because I'm busy. Alright guys, so I had already done this off of camera, that's putting in the band. So the band is very easy. That's the most easiest part of making tutus. So I am just going to go ahead and make this band, and I don't think you guys need to learn how to make a band, because that's, like I said, the easiest part. And for those of you, did I say make a band? Put a band on the tutu. That's what I mean. So I am going to go ahead and put the band. This is 15 inches long, and for 3T, so I have my two what they call it, needle. Did I say needle? I'm not processing nothing I'm saying today. I'm exhausted. I slept so late last night. I slept like 4 a.m. Being in this office, taking care of a lot of orders, so I'm exhausted. And of course my son decided to wake up so early today. I'm like, the one day that I want to rest, he's just gonna wake up early. I'm so exhausted. So I am just bending this real good so it can pass through. So when putting this here, you want to make sure that you get the two holes. What I mean by the two holes, let me get the other end. The other end looks better. Okay, so this is it here. So you know, when we folded it, we ended up with two folds. Like you guys can see it from here. There's one here, there's the other one there. So you want to make sure you get the middle of the two. So we're gonna put this through, and you just keep on going. That's it. So this part, like I said, is the most easiest, and of course this is, I don't know the best, a different way to do this. So this is just the same thing that I always do. There's no changes with this one. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this, like I said, and I'm not gonna have to have you guys painfully watch this whole thing because it's pain. It's gonna be a pain watching me do this, because this is gonna take a minute. This is 10 yards, so I gotta go fast and see what I can do. I gotta ship this tomorrow. I have two of them. They're like, one of them is a rush order, the other one is actually due tomorrow to be shipped tomorrow. So, and I have the shirts that I'm gonna go to the basement to make. I have my heat press now in the basement, trying to make room for myself. I have a lot of work actually, but I'm so sleepy today. I am done with putting the band in the skirts, so now it's time for me to sew the band and sew up the tutu. Then I'm gonna make a bow with it as well. So maybe I'm gonna show you guys, if I have the time, how I make my bows, especially for this one here. This one is totally different, so I'm gonna go ahead and I almost lost this one. They're not playing with me. So when sewing this up, make sure this is straight so you don't twist it around. If you twist it around, you may not know, and that's gonna, you have to take down everything and redo it. So you want to make sure everything is straight, and this is straight. So now we are going to cross this together, but I can see this is loosed, so I'm gonna use my lighter, of course, to seal this end. I also seal bands as well, not just the ribbon but also the bands. So for this process, I am gonna use a regular stitches, and when I'm done with regular stitches, I'm gonna do a zigzag stitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Alright, I got glitter all in my whole thing. Yo, let's see if you guys can really see. It's gonna be hard for you all to really see it, but I am trying my best to y'all can see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew it regular like I told you guys, then I'm gonna do a zigzag afterwards. So I'm gonna do a backward stitch. So now I'm gonna switch this to a zigzag. So I always like to change it to a number 3. You guys cannot really see it here. A number 3 here if you have this kind of sewing machine. So now I'm gonna go ahead and seal this with a zigzag and go backwards. So this is perfect. So I'm gonna pull this up. So now at this point here, you can either do the other end, or let's see if it's, let me see something real quick. So this end here, this end is flabby. We don't want it to be flabby, so you can see this side is like not flabby. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a zigzag on this right away. The other time I did a straight stitch on that one, then I did a zigzag. The straight stitch just helped me to hold it down, then that way I can get my zigzag in. So this one I am going to do a zigzag stitches right away, and why I start with a straight stitch is just to hold it down, then I can do my zigzag stitches. But I'm going to show you another way whereby you can do it without the straight stitch. You can just straight up zigzag stitches. So I'm going to do that right now after sealing my ends. Alright, so this will be a different way to get your zigzag stitches without getting the straight stitches. So with this here, you have to make sure you're holding it down real good, because sometimes that you can just lose it. So we're gonna hold it down with our hand and clip and get your zigzag in. Get your zigzag in. Alright. So I am done with this side of it. There we go. You guys see it? And bring it close. You guys see that? You guys see that? Smooth. Alright, so now I am gonna go ahead and push this away. So this part that I sewed, I usually move it away from these loose ends. So I just move it away. Alright, so now I'm gonna switch my stitches. Don't you forget to my number 6 or number 7 straight stitches, and I'm going to go ahead and sew this part here just to seal this up so we don't have an open end basically. So So what I usually do is, you see, when I sew this all the way here, I'm not sure if you guys can see. So I usually sew past, you see this straight line here from this one, I usually sew past it a little bit. Let me bring it closer. Oh gosh, I'm not sure if you guys can really see it. So I sew this all the way past this line here. Can you see, guys, see the white thread? It's so hard to see. I sewed all the way past this here and ended up here. That way I don't have a hole in my tutu. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, so this is ready. I'm just gonna put the bow I'm gonna go ahead and do this other one. Then my next step is gonna be bow. Then I'm gonna go make this the t-shirts, and this tutu will be ready. So these tutus are actually ready. It's just for me to put the bows, and boom, I'll be done. Hi guys, so this is a really good video, like you get all in one video. So I'm gonna make the bow for you guys. So for the bows, I don't usually measure it, I just eyeball it. So, and I cut it. So sometimes I cut it shorter, sometimes I cut it longer. It all depends how my hand decides to act. So I'm gonna just use my ladder is done. So ladder is one of your costs, your expense. Make sure this, because I don't like the scissors, I'm gonna go change the scissors. They're really sharp. My favorite scissors, besides the one I used to cut the fabric. Let's see that. So you want to make sure you got a really sharp scissors. Seal your ends as much as possible. So now I'm gonna make the bow on the skirt and also the hair bows as well. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch me do this. Cross this into two, then you make it like this to look like a bow. Okay, let's start it over. You go hold it like this, you go like this. I want to make sure the two ends are not one of them, like they're all equal. They're not like one is no longer than the other. I'm not sure how you guys can really see this, but I'm trying my best, y'all. So I'm gonna, this flabby part, I'm gonna put it at the back, like behind it, of course, and I'm gonna start giving it a pinch, 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 pinch to make it look like a bow. Now it look like a bow. So you're gonna use a thread or this little rubber band, which is what I'm gonna be using when I'm out of my thread. I had to use this thread because I don't want it to be a waste. So got a wrong thread. It's not all-purpose thread, and I decided I'm not gonna waste it. I'm gonna be using it for bows until when it's gone. Then I'm gonna use rubber band. Rubber band is, I believe, is easier, but if you want to go with the threads, go for it. So just make sure you tie it at the back, and now you can see it has formed the bow. So I'm going to make sure I pull, make sure one of the ears are not longer than the other. Make sure they're all equal. These two ends are all equal. It looks good. So I'm not going to leave this thread to be exposed like that. I am going to use a ribbon to seal it up. So let me get it. I forgot to grab it. All right, so this is the one I usually use for this. That is because I wanted to go with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up just a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and put the glue behind this. This is the front of it, and this is the back. This is where I'm gonna put the glue. So I have my glue already heating up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put just a good amount, and I'm gonna put it behind. This is the front, this is the back. So this is the back where I tied the thread, and put that behind and cross it on, put it over, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it like this. There we go. So that looks good to me. See that? So now I am going to seal it up, but before I seal it up, with the glue, I'm gonna cut this a little bit so it's not too long. I don't make this one too loose or too tight. I usually make it like reasonably tight. No, tight, because I don't want to use the word tight. I just don't know the right word to use. So I just put the glue to seal it. So this is a little bit loose. Can see that? Now we got our bowl. Can you guys see that? Give me thumbs up right now. Leave everything you're doing and give me thumbs up if you like this, if this turns out right. And if you got this right, let me know. If you don't, let me know to make a full video on this. A separate video I will. Okay? So now I'm gonna fast forward this video, this step, so I can do the hair bow. The hair bow is the same thing you're gonna do. You're just gonna use a clip for it. So, but for this one now, I am going to look for a spot to stick this one here. Sorry guys, this video I did not intend it to be a long video, but you are getting everything I do when I make a tutu. Everything is not in like in different videos, in different badges. You got all in one stop shop. So I'm gonna put the glue here. And a friend of mine actually asked for this video. She said she is having hard time. So now we're gonna go ahead and place this. I try to make sure I have a little bit of fabric here to put it on, and you don't want to wait too long before you place your thing. You want to hold on to it. Hold on to it until it's dry. So when putting that gum to place on this, make sure you put a generous amount, and make sure it's not bleeding all over the place, but something reasonable. And there we go, we got a bow. All right guys, I'm gonna do the rest of the bows off of camera. I just wanted to show you guys this, and this is how I make my bows. And that kind of adds to the beauty of the tutu. So you want to make sure you learn this, because that's gonna add to the beauty of your tutu. But like I said, if you guys want me to make a separate detailed video on just this my bow, not the other bow, I already have a bow, how to make bow for your tutu. I already have that, but that's a different bow. This is the one I always go for, because this is faster and it's cute. So, but yeah, this is it here. Let me know what you guys think. And I'm loving this already. I'm gonna go on to the next one, so you guys, you don't have to watch this. So guys, this is the second one I just did. This is the one I showed you guys that we did together. So this is the second one. Now I'm about to make the bows. See that? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hey crafters, welcome back. So guess what, we are done. Let me show you guys the tutu. The tutu came out so good. And of course, this is the shirt that I am pairing up with. And of course, you guys can see the bow that I made, the hair bow and the tutu bow. You guys can see everything came out good. And I hope this video was helpful. I am so sorry this video is so freaking long, but I just wanted to give you guys everything that I do. I just wanted to wrap everything up in one video from the beginning to the end on how I make my tutu, the updated version on how I make my tutu. And this version helps me to go faster, because now I make a lot of tutus. Like last week I shipped out over 50 tutus, not kidding. So with that, you can imagine one tutu takes a while, take a minute to make it. Like when I started, it takes me hours, sometimes days to make one tutu. So but now it's like I can do it in like, without kids interrupting me, I can do a tutu in 30 minutes. So and I'm not kidding, I can do that if I don't have no kids interrupting me. And of course, with the shirt, I made a video on this shirt on how I press this shirt. This is transfer paper, and this is a glitter, as you can tell. Can you see that glitter? It is a glitter vinyl, and it's 2-in-1 on the shirt. So you guys go check out that video, because I'm gonna put it up here. I'm not sure which of the video is gonna come up first, which of them I'm gonna post first, either the tutu first or the shirt, I don't know. But you guys check it out. I will be posting that very soon, or maybe it's already up, I'm not really sure. But that video, I showed you guys how I press this shirt. So you get to press, you know, two stuff on one shirt. So yeah, I'm so exhausted. As you guys can tell, I'm always looking crazy in this on this my channel. I don't do makeup like other YouTubers do. They'll do a lot of makeup and come looking all good. Maybe I should be doing that sometimes, not always, because I ain't got that time. So you guys will get what you get. I hope you don't mind this tired looking face sometimes. But anyways, I'm sure you guys don't care about the face. You guys, is about this being naive. It's about this business, right? So you guys can see this tutu came out good. You can see how fluffy it is. 10 yards is it's what you need. A lot of people always come to my store, like customers, and they always tell me how good my tutus are, how fluffy it looks, and they'll literally take screenshots from other stores and come to my store and tell me to make the same tutu for them. Like sometimes I'm just like, wow, I am so blessed. Like people love my tutu to that extent that they'll have to have me be the one to make the tutu from another store. They want a certain design, because in my store I have an option whereby they can create whatever tutus I don't have on my store. So I don't have to make different themes in my store. The themes that I have right now was working for me. I'm making a good chunk out of it. But so that's the reason why I decided, you know what, I'm gonna give people an option so that they can make other tutus. And I've made a lot of beautiful tutus. But so some of them I haven't had the time to post them, because some of them I don't want it to be a repeat tutu for me. I can do it, not on a constant basis, and that's the reason why I did not like put it on my store. But for the most part, the ones that I made for customers to be able to get are the ones that they are seeing on my store. But other than that, they are not getting everything that I have made. So but I'm okay with that. So that's the reason why I made an option for them to be able to get whatever tutu they want. So that's an option for you guys. You can open that up for your customers. You'll be able to, you just put like create a listing that you know they can create their own tutu. So that's a great way to make extra income. So they don't have to be stuck with what you have. They have an option to make a lot of tutu. Well, I know I'm going off topic, but I'm just trying to help you guys so that you guys can grow your business in different ways. So you give so as for customers to know that they have more options. So but anyways guys, you can see how the bow came out so pretty. Like your girl, I'm improving each time I do stuff. I'm like, you know, excited, and I'm like, girl, I cannot believe I'm, you know, doing this. So but anyways guys, let me know what you guys think about this tutu. Just so you guys know, I know you guys already know, make sure you always have 10 yards. Make sure it's not less than 10 yards. I make sure I don't give them less than 10 yards, because that's the only way you can get the fluff. If you give less than 10 yards, you're not gonna get the fluff. So I hope that helps out. So in order to get this kind of fluff, you gotta give 10 yards. I don't know why I'm giving you guys my secret. Why? A lot of people are like, don't share a lot of your secret, because that's what's gonna, you know, that can mess your business up. But one thing in life is I don't know how to keep information that is gonna help somebody else grow in their business or whatever. I don't know how to keep that kind of information. But I believe what belongs to me is gonna come to me. Nobody can take what belongs to me, because my heart is very pure. All I want to do is to help. Is not so that's the reason why I share a lot of information here. And another thing is the design of the shirt also can sell your tutu, because when the design of the shirt is not looking good, the tutu may not sell. So you gotta have that in mind as well. So the design also gotta look good. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging with me. Let me know in the comment section if this came out good. You can see the fluff, even the bag is still fluffy. There's no part of this tutu that is not fluffy. Everything is fluffy. If this came out good, let me know in the comment section. Give me thumbs up so I can know your girl did good. And do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because on this channel here I share good nuggets. I give you good nuggets. I don't hold back. I give everything that I can give. As long as I know it, I've shared it. As long as I know something, you better believe it, I have shared it. Watch all my videos if you can. You will get something that you're looking for, except I don't know it. But if I know it, you better believe it's on my channel. I don't know. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging with me. And as always, stay positive, work hard, and let's all make it happen. Bye-bye. Peace out.